So we figured we would try out the efficiency and benefits of our window covers by running some temperature tests with no window covers, with our old school cardboard covers, and then with our new reflective bubble wrap insulation covers, just to see how they perform. We're just going to do this in our driveway so that we get some repeatability. It's a little warmer now because we're nearing summer, so it's not in the low teens at night.
So Ford's gonna stay in here, get the van nice and toasty, hopefully. I get grumpy when I don't have quite as much sleep, so I'm gonna sleep inside, protect the house. We think it's important that somebody sleeps in here. We could just hook up the temperature gauges inside and out and test that temperature, but with somebody producing body heat, we want to see how much of that is retained throughout the night and how much the van will hold in.
Right, so what we're really checking is to see how we improve the insulation of the car. And so having a heat source, aka moi, in the car will help us be able to kind of tease out the change in insulation efficiency of the car.
Okay, so this is night one. Tonight you are doing no insulation. So this will be our control for the study and see how good the van is just by itself.
I don't think it'll be great because windows are not a good insulator, but it'll be a good baseline to go off of. So we have 2 temperature loggers logging data at once every minute. Here we have the outside probe, and it's just running through one of the front door seals. And then here we have the temperature logger that's connected to the probe that goes to outside, reading 53.4 degrees. I think that is reasonable, so we're gonna go ahead and start recording. Here we have the internal temperature probe, so we're gonna just hang it off of this little hook so it's in free air inside of the car, and we'll have the logger down here. Right now the car door is open, so it should, I guess it's a little warmer in the car.
It feels warmer in the car, honestly.
So then I guess that makes sense. We'll start logging, and we're logging. Let's see how toasty I can get it.
Right now we're looking at night one data. The red line is the outside temperature, the blue line is the temperature inside the car, and the gray line is the difference between them, or the delta. So we can see that as the night goes on, the difference between them decreases more and more, and the temperatures become closer together, which is what we thought would happen. The temperature in the car steadily decreases as the night went on, despite the body heat Ford was producing.
All right, it is night 2 of temperature testing in the van. We have probe number 1 in roughly the same spot as last time. We have shifted probe number 2 to be more towards the back of the van. And as you can see, we have the cardboard cutouts. We have puffers in the middle windows, nothing in the front windows. I don't expect to see much of a difference between the first night with nothing in the windows and tonight with just the cardboard and the puffers, mainly because the front windshield is still unblocked, so I think a lot of the heat will escape through there, but we'll see what the data says.
The data for night 2 looks a little funky. So again, red line is the outside temperature, blue line is the temperature inside the car, and the gray is the differential. And this night is all over the place. Unfortunately, it was warmer than the other 2 nights, so we think that might have affected how much body heat Ford was producing. Over time, we can see that the difference in temperature decreases, so the temperatures get closer together, but these numbers are a little bit crazy.
As you can see, it is the last night of temperature testing. In the van, we have the reflective bubble wrap on all of the windows. So we expect that this is going to give us the best results since all of the windows, which tend to be the big losses, are covered. So we'll see how it goes.
This is the data for night 3 with the bubble insulation in it. Red line is outside temperature, blue is inside temperature, and the gray line is showing us a pretty consistent difference between the 2 temperatures, which means that the car stayed consistently warm throughout the night for the most part, and we see a small drop at the beginning, and that is when Ford has admitted to using the bathroom in the middle of the night. So we lost some heat there, but past that, the results are pretty consistent and pretty much on par with what we would expect to have seen. This is our final data graph, and we have all the temperatures together. The most frustrating part about this study has been that the temperature was widely different on the day that we did the cardboard test. Those are the yellow lines, and the blue lines is the bubble wrap. Overall, the bubble wrap insulation worked the best, but maybe only helped keep in a few extra degrees. So we don't know if it was completely worth it because we haven't measured Ford's heat output, and it could be different with two people. But for the time being, we are just going to stick with the bubble wrap insulation because we already have it cut out and perfect to size, and we like the privacy and the sun protection it provides us. We hope to collect more data in the future.